Madison, you still alive? It's Patricia.
Oh, it's been a while.
Whoa, you actually replied. Totally unexpected.
What's up?
We haven't talked since high school graduation, so it's been like 10 years? Honestly, I thought you might not even be alive anymore.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm fine.
Sorry, you always had this gloomy look on your face like misfortune just followed you around. You're one of those kids who just seem destined for bad luck.
Well, if you put it that way, I guess I haven't been the luckiest.
Ha! So you're still living a dull life, huh? Still got that plain, unattractive face?
The way you always look down on me hasn't changed a bit, I see. So what's up today?
Well, I just got engaged.
Wow, really?
Yep, my fiancé's name is Sebastian, and he's a high-earning Cottie.
Oh, congrats.
I really snagged a top-tier guy. He's seriously perfect, his income is off the charts, and he's in amazing shape. His family runs a company, and even though he's still in his 20s, he's already being considered for a director position. Someday he's going to take over the business, and I'll be the CEO's wife. He's also super athletic. His hobby is golf, and he's practically a pro.
Wow, that's impressive.
And he can cook too. He promised to make me dinner on the weekends.
That's sweet.
Jealous yet? He's the kind of perfect guy you'll never meet in your entire life.
I'm happy you found someone great.
Want to see a picture of him?
Sure.
It'll cost you $30 though, since it's premium content.
I'll pass, thanks.
Oh, come on. I was about to show you his face for just $30. Anyway, I was supposed to be married by 25. I'm 2 years behind schedule.
Well, better late than never, right? You found someone good in the end.
You're still single, right?
Yeah.
Do you even have a boyfriend?
No, I don't.
I knew it. Didn't even need to ask.
I'm not really interested in dating right now.
Oh, please. It's not that you're not interested. You just can't, right? You're a dull, unattractive, gloomy loser. You didn't have any friends in school, so you'd always sit alone in a corner of the cafeteria reading during break. None of the guys were into you, and you didn't even get a single boyfriend in high school.
I like to think I've changed a bit since then. I have plenty of friends now.
No need to pretend. Hey, do you remember? Back in 6th grade, I ripped up all your notebooks.
Of course, not a single day has gone by where I've forgotten.
Oh, in 7th grade? When I stuffed rabbit poop in your locker?
Oh, I remember.
And the time I threw mayonnaise in your face at graduation?
Yeah, I remember that too.
This is amazing. You remember everything. Oh, and when you got picked as the leader for that school presentation and I made the whole class ignore you?
Yeah, I remember. That one was pretty rough.
Right? And the time I hid your gym clothes and you got in trouble for not bringing a spare?
Of course, I remember.
And when I destroyed your art project? Oh, that was hilarious.
Oh, I remember all of this.
I'm starting to think you were obsessed with me.
I couldn't forget even if I tried.
Remember it for the rest of your life, okay?
You know, we're not kids anymore, so I must ask. Do you not feel bad about any of it?
Not at all. It's all just good memories from my youth. So what are you up to now?
What?
You said you're not interested in dating. So are you a jobless shut-in or something?
I have a job, actually.
Oh yeah? What kind? Trash collector?
I work in an office.
An office job, huh? Probably just doing boring grunt work anyone could do, right?
Not exactly. I'm doing fine with it.
Yeah, sure. But it's some low-paying gig at a bottom-tier company.
I don't have any complaints about my salary.
Liar. You're probably working a cheap part-time or temp job.
Nope, I'm a full-time employee.
Oh, I get it now. You must be stuck at some understaffed, exploitative company where you work weekends and get no overtime pay, right?
It's actually a decent place. Good benefits, and I get paid for overtime. Anyway, was this whole conversation just for your engagement announcement?
Of course not. I'm having a big wedding soon, and I want to invite you.
You're seriously inviting me to your wedding?
Obviously, you're a very important friend.
Friend, huh? After everything you did to me in school, do you really think I can just celebrate your wedding?
I'm not expecting you to congratulate me.
Okay, then why?
I just want to show off how happy I am.
In that case, I'll pass.
What? Skipping your childhood friend's wedding? That's super rude.
Call it whatever you want. It's too much of a hassle to go to the venue anyway. I'll sit this one out.
Okay. By the way, you're still living at home, right?
Yeah, so what?
I hope nothing unfortunate happens after you skip your dear childhood friend's wedding.
What's that supposed to mean?
An unexplained fire at your family's house could happen, you know?
Wait, are you threatening me?
Or maybe your dog suddenly goes missing?
Stop it. That's not funny.
Or imagine your front yard filled with trash and your neighbors giving you dirty looks.
What is this? Don't do anything that would hurt my family.
Hurt? I'm just inviting you to my wedding.
Why are you so obsessed with me? We're adults now. Can't you just leave me alone?
The more you say that, the more I want to bother you. You really have a knack for being the perfect target to pick on.
Please, just stop. Leave me alone.
You're just too fun to mess with. When I tore up your notebook, the way you tried so hard to tape it back together was hilarious. I could barely hold back my laughter.
That was an important notebook to me. How can you enjoy hurting people like that?
Because your reactions are priceless.
Your personality? I thought maybe you'd change as an adult. But it seems like you've only gotten worse.
Thinking about our school days gives me chills. I can't wait to see you in distress again.
Stop it.
I'll send the invitation, so you better show up.
If you don't, you'll regret it. Trust me.
Serves you right. Go outside and get some fresh air by yourself.
Wait, don't you think that was way too cruel? I was a guest after all.
It's just when I saw you after all these years and you were in a wheelchair, I couldn't stop laughing.
Why did you do that? Dragging me outside and then kicking my wheelchair?
Ugly and disabled. Your life's really over, isn't it?
I hurt my arm and now the wheelchair is all messed up.
Besides, didn't you say you weren't coming? Were you scared of me or something?
That's not why.
Then why did you show up?
It wasn't for you.
Oh, that makes no sense. Were you just here for the free food at the reception? You probably don't eat well, working at some bottom-tier company. Anyway, don't bother coming back into the venue.
What? You invited me, remember?
Yeah, but after seeing you in a wheelchair, I changed my mind. Having a disabled friend is embarrassing, so just go home.
Wait a sec. I went through so much trouble just to get here.
Someone like you being here would be an inconvenience to everyone. And don't forget, Sebastian's family runs a company, and most of his relatives are wealthy. Think about his family's reputation.
I'm just here to watch. I don't think anyone would mind.
Just being in sight is enough of a problem.
That's only your opinion. I doubt Sebastian would think like that.
What do you even know about him? You're just a piece of trash.
Are you saying the person you chose to marry is someone you would mock people with disabilities?
I don't even understand what you're asking.
I'm saying not everyone shares your shallow values.
So what? You're saying you want to attend my wedding?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Aren't you here because you're scared of what I might do? Why are you being so stubborn?
I just want to see the wedding, that's all.
Ugh, you're so weird. And it's creeping me out. Just leave already.
So you're really not going to let me come back in?
If you come inside, I'll make sure something worse happens to you. And your family, too.
That's how you really feel. Got it.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, if that's how it is, I'll leave.
Ugh, finally you get it. Go on, get out of here. We're having fun without you anyway.
I hope so. But I wonder if the wedding will go as smoothly as you think after what you've done.
What's that supposed to mean? Whether you're here or not doesn't affect anything.
Well then, I'm leaving.
Good riddance. Addison, where are you? Answer the phone. You're still nearby, right?
What is it now? I'm in a taxi.
Explain everything from the beginning.
Sorry, the beginning of what?
Sebastian just announced in front of everyone that he didn't want to marry me after all. The wedding's been called off.
Well, that's not surprising.
When I asked him why, he said he couldn't be with someone who would treat the person who saved his life horribly. Do you guys know each other? What does he mean by saved his life?
Calm down. Didn't he tell you anything?
He's so angry he won't even listen to me.
I see. But if he's already declared calling off marriage, what's the point in asking me? It's over, isn't it?
Just tell me.
Do you know why I'm in a wheelchair?
Huh?
Well, Sebastian and I do know each other. Something happened about 4 years ago.
Okay.
One day I was heading home from work, waiting at a crosswalk. There was a guy in front of me who looked really unwell, holding his head and stumbling a bit. I thought about asking if he was okay, but before I could, he suddenly stumbled into the road. It happened right in front of me, and instinctively I pulled him back. But in doing so, I got hit by a truck.
No, that can't be.
That man was Sebastian. I've been in a wheelchair ever since.
No way. You're making it up.
Apparently, he hadn't slept for days because of a major work project. He told me he had an important presentation coming up. He'd been working late into the night for days and his body just couldn't keep up. That day, he hadn't eaten either and his blood sugar was dangerously low. He said everything went dark and he lost control of his body.
So that's why he stepped into the road.
He said it was his poor health that caused the accident, and he felt horribly guilty. While I was in the hospital, he came to visit me every single day after work. Even after I was discharged, he came over and over again to apologize. But every time I saw him looking so heartbroken, I ended up feeling guilty instead. So I asked him to stop contacting me.
But he knew you were coming to the wedding.
Yeah, after you told me about your wedding, he reached out to me. He said he felt he had to let me know about his marriage. I think he felt guilty about moving on and finding happiness. But when I said I'd be happy for him, he invited me to the wedding.
This is unbelievable.
So now you understand. I didn't come because you invited me. I came because he did. But I was truly shocked. I never expected his fiancée to be you.
Then you should have told me earlier. Why did you keep quiet?
You could have pretended to be nice in front of him if I had told you, huh? When he told me about the wedding, I wanted to speak up. I wanted to tell him everything you've done to me, all the bullying and the threats. I was sure he had no idea what kind of person you really are. But I didn't say anything. Do you know why?
I have no idea. If I were in your shoes, I would have spilled everything right then and there.
I wanted to. But no matter the reason, he still chose you. As much as I think you're a horrible person, he picked you to marry. He must love you a lot to make that decision. So I figured it wasn't my place to interfere.
I can't believe it. But you told him about me kicking you out.
That wasn't interference. As a guest, I just explained why I couldn't attend.
Oh my god.
Actually, he was worried and reached out to me first. He messaged me asking if everything was okay since I hadn't arrived yet. So I told him the truth. I said, the bride kicked me out literally in my wheelchair.
How dare you?
Whose fault is it, really? Now you get it, right? If you hadn't done anything to me, the wedding would have gone smoothly. You ruined everything all by yourself.
Even if I know that now, it's too late. What am I supposed to do?
Honestly, though, I'm relieved. If he married someone like you, it would have only made him miserable.
What did you just say?
I'm sure you acted like the perfect girl in front of him, but there's no way you could hide your true nature forever. Eventually, your nastiness would have come out, and he would have regretted marrying you. And his parents would have realized they let their son marry a terrible woman.
I thought I'd finally made it. Do you even know how hard I worked to get him? I went to spas, groomed myself constantly, and even took etiquette classes. I had to outshine all the other women competing for him.
That's too bad. But no matter how much you work on the outside, it's the inside that counts.
Shut up! It's all about looks for women. Men love beautiful women. Unlike you, I've been adored by boys since I was a kid.
Except for the one guy you really wanted, right?
This is the worst. Getting my marriage called off on my wedding day. I was supposed to have a bright future ahead of me.
I'm sure it won't just end here, you know.
What do you mean?
By now, your relatives are probably grilling him with questions. Why the sudden change of heart? And there's no reason for him to hide the truth.
Oh no!
What do you think everyone will say once they hear what you've done? You might even end up being outcasted.
No!
Oh, and by the way, I'm filing a police report.
What? A police report?
You threatened me, remember? You said you'd set my parents' house on fire or make my dog disappear if I didn't come to the wedding.
That was just a joke.
But it was still a threat. And you injured me too.
Wait.
Oh, and don't forget, you'll need to cover the damage to my wheelchair.
What? You don't have any proof it was me. You could have just fallen on your own.
There's a security camera at the spot where you kicked me. So there's plenty of evidence.
No way.
And also, I'll be explaining everything to our old classmates who were there today.
Wait, no. They have nothing to do with this.
They were worried when I didn't show up.
Back in school, I was kind of the leader of the group. If they find out I kicked you in your wheelchair, they'll all turn their backs on me.
Probably.
Don't you dare take my friends away from me.
They deserve to know what happened, especially since they attended the wedding.
Stop it! How far are you going to push me?
Seriously? Do you even hear yourself?
What?
Who was the one enjoying pushing people to the ring? Both when we were kids and now. It's pathetic that you're still the same person at 27. It's impressive, in a way, how you've managed not to mature at all. Actually, it might be worse. You've regressed. Still acting like a petty bully at your age.
What the heck? You're the pathetic loser.
Do you even have time to be mad at me? Divorce, being shamed, possible arrest and a lawsuit? You should face reality.
I don't know what to do. What should I do?
Sounds tough.
Addison, I apologize, so please, do something.
Huh?
If you talk to Sebastian, maybe this can still be fixed.
What are you saying?
Tell him we made up, so he should reconsider the divorce. I'm begging you.
You really are something. Your way of thinking hasn't changed a bit since school.
Please, Addison. We're friends, aren't we?
We're not friends, so goodbye.
No!
Patricia got down on her knees and begged Sebastian, crying that she'd never do anything like that again, and asking him to reconsider calling off the wedding. But instead, he got angry and told her she was apologizing to the wrong person. Not long after, their breakup became official. Patricia, who had caused all the trouble, was blamed by her entire family and relatives. And on top of that, she was made to pay for the entire cost of the wedding. As for me, I filed a police report, and she was charged with threats and assault. She was fined, and my claim for damages was approved. Since she had no savings, she ended up with a mountain of debt. The incident not only alienated her from the friends who had gathered for the wedding, but also caused her to be cut off by her parents and relatives. On what's supposed to be the happiest day of her life, she lost everything. As for me, when I told Patricia I wasn't interested in dating, that was a lie. In truth, there's a guy at work I've had my eye on. And just the other day, he asked me to be his girlfriend. He's sweet, we share the same values, and he subtly supports me with my wheelchair. I have a feeling life is about to get a lot more exciting.